Good evening. With me here today is Chief Roland Ekwere, and I would like just him to give the last word of today's event. My name is Juliet Makapila, and the African Wonder Woman. Hello, Chief Roland.
Juliet, thank you very much for being part of this event today.
Yeah.
It's been a wonderful experience for the people of Niger Delta, particularly the Jaw people of Kawowe Kingdom and the Jaw Nation as a whole. It's a wonderful day. We were able to reconnect properly with well-known British politicians, and one of which met with us today is Sir Vince Cable, the former Liberal Democrat leader and the former Secretary of State for Business in the UK. It's been a wonderful experience. In 1882, precisely 14th of November, what Britain did to the people of Patani, Kawowe Kingdom, will never be forgotten. And after that fight over the monopoly that British wanted to adopt in the trade between them and the people of Niger Delta, in oil, palm kernels, rubber, they just resisted that. The people of Abari resisted that. And what did Captain Hewitt of the British merchant ship did? They returned back, wiped out Abari, wiped out, as Abba say, wiped out Patani. That was 14th of November 1882. But today, that era of violence, that era of dominance has passed. We've now created a new era. Another people become very conscious of their history. People are independent as we are. People are now talking about equity, justice. And we are the Zoe Berry organization that actually put this together today with your help. We said, no, we need to engage with British establishment. People who make policy for British government, that we are here to talk so that we talk to each other in a manner that we all have agendas that will help to promote the common good of mankind. And Vince was the right person. He's the most respected politician in the UK, although he's no longer in frontline politics, but his views are still very relevant. He is very influential in matters. So he was here, and we shared his experience. We drank from his fountain of knowledge. It's a wonderful day. So we have established a new bridge between the Kawowe Kingdom, the Jaws of Niger Delta, and the other Niger Delta and the British establishment today. And we thank God for that.
Thank you so much. And for the people of Kawowe, what is your last word, and what would you like to ask them to do after this as a community?
My appeal to the people of Kawowe Kingdom, which I'm also told by my elders, my fathers, that I'm also a son of Kawowe as well, by virtue of my great-great-grandfather from that place. My plea to the people of Kawowe, that they are very lucky to have a young king that is very intelligent, smart, a young king that will help to bring development into Kawowe Kingdom. I always just pray, and I think if the people of Kawowe Kingdom really understand what it means, that these days it is no longer taking the guns to fight. Intellectualism is what matters these days. How do you relate to one another? We need to see unity in all of the quarters in Patani. We want to see unity in the all Kabo speaking in all areas. We need to see unity in all Kabo children, whatever they are, so that they could support the king, and the Kabo political leaders must understand There are traditional institutions that brings about value systems. Ijaw culture, Ijaw values need to be supported. And the king represents that value system. The king represents the Ijaw culture. Culture drives development. Belief system drives development. You can see what's happening that happened in India. We saw what happened in Japan. We saw what happened in China. They are bonded together. Their culture plays important role in driving their development. Today, China is a world leader. Japan is a world leader. Singapore are world leaders. They are bonded. India are world leaders. They are bonded by their culture. So you just must listen. Patani must listen. Ijaw language must be spoken. Children must be taught how to speak Ijaw language. Ijaw political leaders must think about the people that they represent. Gone are those days where political leaders don't even come to Ijaw towns and villages. They stay in Abuja, they stay in Wari, they stay in Asaba. If you are not proud of where you come from, what have you got as a politician? If you are not relating to the people on the ground where you come from, who are you? Are you really representing them? And I want to appeal to the common people of Kabogi Kingdom and in fact Ijaw land. Gone are those days where we worship politicians. The politicians need to come and serve you. Gone are those days where people will gather, they start dancing, yes sir, we hail you and all those nonsense. Look at Ijaw land, we've not moved any forward. So we must value our traditional institutions. They taught us right and good. And let me also use the opportunity to tell our people, we are all now Christians. I'm a Christian, right? But we've allowed Christianity to dominate or dilute our culture, which is wrong. We see people who say they are Christians, the way they behave, it makes other people with less faith to doubt whether there's even God. There is God. I believe there's God. But everybody wants to just sit down and say, God day, as the Nigerians want to feel, God day, God is going to help. God is not going to help if we don't help ourselves. We must physically help ourselves and then present our effort to God for God to help us. But what I see all over in Ijaw land, every day people go to church, they do all those sort of things, where they are not talking about individual self-development. And people don't read, but yet they want to dress in best dresses. They want to drive the best cars. Is that the purpose of life? When we have thousands of young women, young boys all suffering, our schools are not properly catered for. The schools that produce people like me are not catered for, but yet we celebrate politicians. Kill and divide. What's that language? Kill and divide.
Divide and rule.
Kill and divide. Project that you're supposed to build in your own country, in your own time, you don't develop the project. Money that you are allocated to you, you don't spend it for the people. Is that life? When things happen, you blame the innocent old woman, and the old woman is a witch. You blame the Mami Water spirit. Say the Mami Water spirit is responsible for your downfall. You see, Ijaw man says, Ijaw proverb says, Fon miobo, fon bola. Si miobo, si yobola. He that does evil will follow that individual. He does that does good, goodness will follow. That's the Ijaw culture.
Thank you.
When you have deprived the innocent people of what is their own, right, and you want to build empires, you want to send your children to the best school, the best nursing school, what do you think is going to happen? You are building that your empire on a very faulty ground. And Ijaw land that we all come from, very spiritual. You do anything wrong to an Ijaw person, Ijaw spirituality will catch up with you. So my final message to our people that we must understand the Ijaw spirituality. That the Ijaw spirituality was there even before Christianity came. Go back and see the sort of names Ijaw, our forefathers give to their children. Ointarela, God blessings will be with you. Onyegberi, God's word. Onyemiebi, God's blessings. Those names have been in existence before the Bible came into Ijaw land. And someone will tell me Ijaw people doesn't know God. Who told you that? Where is that doctrine coming from? All the rituals they perform related to women that are going through their usual cycles, what they need to do, all these things are well documented in Leviticus. Our elders follow spirituality clean, pure. And the Kabowi kingdom, under the leadership of the parents, should be teaching the people those cultures, because without those cultures we are nothing. Without those cultures we lose identity. Without those cultures, one day we will lose our land. We don't want that to happen to the Kabowi kingdom. And that is what many organizations worldwide is trying to do, creating awareness that we must develop our language, we must develop our culture to drive our development agenda for the whole region. So we're happy the king came to do that today, and it was highly, highly successful.
Thank you so much for talking about the great welfare of your people and driving and championing the transformation in the kingdom of Kabowi people and supporting the king. I also want to ask you one last question, which is for the Ijaw people that are living in UK, what would you want to leave them with here today?
Just like I said in one interview this morning, Ijaw people living in UK must work very hard.
Okay.
They should not waste the opportunity that the Creator has given to them. So therefore, they should be worthy ambassadors of his own nation in the UK. Work very hard, make the necessary contacts, so that with the help of those contacts, we can help to transform your land. Again, I will say it loud and clear. Follow what the Indians are doing. The diaspora Indians help to...
The Asian community.
The diaspora Asians help to drive development in their countries.
Thank you.
So Ijaws here must also try very hard, working together, not this disunity, gossips, envious sort of character they will have, not supportive, promoting self and status. Who are you and all that nonsense?
Unity is what you're talking
about. And then seeking for the opportunities.
Yeah.
No. We are in the middle of a struggle. When you are in the middle of a struggle, all those luxurious ways of life must be put behind you. If you are not demonstrating that, what is the struggle all about? What legacy are you going to leave to our children? So my message to Ijaw people, we need to sit up and learn. We're in Britain, we must use the opportunity, learn, listen, see what's happening here, and see how we can transfer our knowledge and skills to develop our land. And one final thing, please.
Yeah.
Another message to our political leaders. They must also borrow the example set by political leaders in Asian countries. Japan. The Asian countries make use of their human resources that they have in Europe, in America. Our Ijaw leaders, political leaders, are they really harnessing or tapping into the human resource capacities there that they have abroad? No. Even when they come down to abroad, they look for the cheapest people who don't know their level of right. They make them ministers, they make them commissioners, and they want to rubbish that with quality Ijaw people that are here. That needs to change. It's a partnership. And I believe if you understand that, both the Ijaws in diaspora and the Ijaws abroad can work together to bring hope to our people.
And for the young people or the youth, what message have you got for them here in UK?
The message to the young people here in the UK?
Yeah.
It's very simple. Education. They must pursue education. They must read. They have the opportunity to go to school here, they must read. Yes, some of them can be good in sports. Yes, that is fine, but they must read. But one thing that they should not do, they should not follow the culture here where so many black kids go into drugs, killing each other, trying to show themselves up, wearing the gold, wearing the most latest designer clothes. they would realize that by the time they are 18 to 20, if they've not been able to go through the university process or learn something of vocational skill to themselves, they become useless. So it's just children must learn. They must learn, read, take advantage of where they are, so that they could also become worthy ambassadors of Ijaw nations here. Because they are the bridge eventually to connect Ijaw land and British economic players.
Thank you. And one final question, I couldn't resist to ask you this one. For other countries, what would you like other countries to know about your kingdom of the Kabowey people?
What I would like other countries to know, specifically, by the grace of the Creator, we will succeed. The dream is to make Kabowey Kingdom a model kingdom where things work properly. Those things that are not happening anywhere else in Nigeria should happen in Kabowey Kingdom. Driving development, peaceful coexistence of people in Kabowey Kingdom, working together for common good. If we're able to establish that in Patani, and in fact in the whole of Ijaw area and Niger Delta, there will be a model for other African countries.
Thank you.
And we want the African countries to emulate that. That is also our dream, and we're going to pursue it.
And are you inviting United Kingdom to come to Kabowey Kingdom?
Well, they visited us in 1882, although they showed us gunpowder and all the rest. But we want to show them culture, that we're cultured people.
Indigenous issues.
Yes, we are cultured people with value systems. That
Thank you.
They came, those things were destroyed by them, but we are rebuilding it. So we can see here in Britain, the value system here is gone. So it will be probably a good thing for them to come down to Kabowey Kingdom. In fact, the parent invited Sir Vince Cable to come and see what culture is about, and I'm quite sure
we're going to arrange.
Vince will honor that invitation, and I will personally push that. So we need to see that those sort of engagement going on, so there's cross-fertilization of cultures and ideas, value systems, so that we will promote the good of humanity.
Thank you so much. I just want to appreciate your presence here today, and your organization is on a prairie organization. Thank you for the work that you're doing. Thank you for even bringing His Royal Majesty to us, and we have received him well, and we're grateful that he has helped and supported not just your kingdom but across Africa.
Thank you very much, Juliet. We are grateful for your support as well. Thank you.